Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Yes, I'm on the floor because in today's video we are going to be working on this porch sign. I know it looks like it's already done because I did this 2 years ago. However, I want to give it a refresh. So if you're interested in seeing me make this, keep watching. I'm going to start by removing all the old vinyl from the board. As I started removing this W, I immediately saw the original paint being peeled off of the wood. I was so disappointed and I audibly said, "Oh no." I have to be honest, I was not expecting this to happen, or maybe I was strongly hoping it didn't. Nevertheless, in crafting, you have to know how to pivot. I kept peeling the vinyl while thinking of my next move once the board was blank. By the time I got down to this last yellow leaf, I had a plan. I knew I would have to do some sanding and painting. As you know, this was not my original plan, but if I wanted to restore this porch sign, it had to be done. So I tracked down my sandpaper sheets, chose the paint color, and grabbed my Mod Podge glossy spray and set up shop outside, which I did off camera. Okay guys, I'm back inside and in real time, it's about 2 hours later, but the board is sanded, painted, and sealed. I did notice a couple of glossy patches from the Mod Podge, but we're gonna roll with it. There are a lot of pieces to this design, so I need to get started with the weeding process. I chose to start with the largest pieces of the design. Both of the larger pieces are weeded. For the smaller pieces, I decided to reverse weed because I didn't want there to be any hiccups in the weeding process that would cause me to have to recut anything. With reverse weeding, you place your transfer tape over everything, even the pieces you don't want. Then you turn it over and peel the backing off of the vinyl. Once the backer is removed, you then remove any vinyl that isn't a part of the design, leaving only your design on the transfer tape. From here, I repeated this process about 100 more times. Well, at least that's what it felt like. So I won't make you sit here and watch the entire process. I'll show you a little bit more and move on. By this point, I was so over weeding and ready to get the vinyl onto the board, but I still had to get the larger pieces onto the transfer tape. Before I forget to mention it, all of the adhesive vinyl I'm using is Oracle 651. The board is a pre-cut, pre-painted shelf from Lowe's. I'll have it all linked down below in the description box. Once I pulled the backing off of the transfer tape, what you can't see me doing is applying the transfer tape to my pants to remove some of the stickiness from the transfer tape to avoid any peeling of the paint when I apply the word hello. Finally, the moment we've all been waiting for. It's time to apply the design to the wood. I start by placing the word hello on a slant at the very top. Once it is down, I use my scraper tool to burnish. Then carefully pull off the transfer tape. I take that same transfer tape and cut it in half to use for the letters. Then I laid out the letters to help with placement. But I wish I could have cut out these letters the way I did 2 years ago. In the original design, I used a roll of black vinyl to cut out the word welcome. But this time, I had 2 sheets of brown vinyl, which means I didn't have the luxury of spacing the word out in design space like I did last time, which also means I had to piece it together on the board. All the letters are down and it's coming together pretty good so far. To complete this porch sign, I need to add the pumpkins and foliage. This is also when I noticed that the word autumn was a little more to the left than I wanted it to be. So instead of placing the extra pieces where I had them originally in design space, I had to put them where they would fit. But I think it still came out really good. You guys, we are in the home stretch. This is the last leaf that needed weeding. Once it's weeded out, I place it down at the bottom near the end. I got my workspace all cleaned up and my new porch sign is completed and I think it turned out great. So in less than 2 weeks, it'll officially be autumn. Thanks for tuning into today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching me revamp my old porch sign into a new porch sign. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and consider subscribing if you haven't already. And I hope to see you in my next one. Later, guys.